Hi there everybody! The latest entry in the Trails series, Nayuta Boundless Trails, has released today! And you might be wondering, what's this game all about? Well, not only did I Let's Play the entire game back on the channel when it was first translated, that game for the PSP, but Nice America now was kind enough to give me a key to review this modern remaster. So come with me as I go through and give you a quick, spoiler-free synopsis and review about what you're going to be getting yourselves into in the latest entry in the Trails series. Nayuta Boundless Trails is coming out to the Nintendo Switch, PS4, and PC. And unlike all the other games in the series, it is not attached to any other game. It's actually completely standalone. Not just in terms of storyline, but also in terms of time period and the gameplay style. The only one true connection that it really has to the other games is that the hero, Nayuta Herschel, is Toa Herschel's grandfather. You know her from Trails of Cold Steel. That being said, the events here take place about 100 years before the events of all the other games in the series. Now, as I said before, I am going to be doing my best here to avoid any sort of spoilers, but I do want to take the time to talk about the story and the characters. As I said before, the game stars an amateur astronomer named Nayuta, and he lives on the tiny remnant island located in the center of the Scientia Sea off the coast of Zemuria. In this region of the world, shooting stars constantly fall from the sky, and many of them pile up on the island, and those are known as star fragments. And when the light is refracted on them in a particular way, people can actually glimpse the phantom world of Lost Heaven. Nayuta, though, is fascinated by this, and in the course of his research, he finds himself stumbling into Lost Heaven, where he meets up with his fairy friend Noi, and together you have to go off and set things right, because she is in fact the administrator of Terra, and she also moves the plot along by letting Nayuta know that not everything is alright here. Remnant Island itself acts as kind of a home-based town, where you can go and visit your sister and cook lunches, and it also acts as your main source of healing. But what's really nice is that as you go around fighting, you'll get ingredients for those lunch boxes. And many times, you're actually just going to want to sit there and eat all of them because they also give you experience too, and you can just level up just by chowing down on these lunch boxes. As you fight through the various stages, you'll gain star levels. Then, whenever you gain enough of those, you can talk with your mentor, and then he'll teach you new sword techniques. There's also a museum that you can visit to donate artifacts, which ends up being your main source of money. And of course, there are shops to buy equipment. And just like in any good Trails game, the townsfolk's dialogue changes as the storyline progresses, and as new handyman quests pop up. Lost Heaven is broken up into 4 different lands collectively known as Terra, and each land represents a season. But the seasons are also completely out of whack, so you need to set off through Terra, exploring the stages and beating the bosses to set the seasons all right. Each land is basically broken up into 3 different stages, as well as a 2-part temple, and then it all culminates with a boss battle. To let you know that you are making sufficient progress, each of them is rated with a suggested experience level, and the stage introduction screen indicates what items can be found there, and it also keeps track of your progress, so you will know whether you've 100%ed a stage or not. Much like earlier Ys games, you pretty much here just control Nayuta, and uses Gear Sword to smash through the enemies, but Noi is also by your side the entire time, and she pretty much acts as your support magician. So you're going to want to use your screen clearing magic and support spells pretty liberally to get through some of the harder stages and bosses. And as you continue your way through the stages, you'll gain and learn more seasonal magic, and then the more that you use that magic, the more the spells will level up. The stages are really where the core of the gameplay lies, fighting through them in a side-scrolling manner, beating enemies up, and dealing with the really fun platforming segments in all of the puzzles. All of the footage here is from the Nintendo Switch version of the game, and to me, it just looks absolutely gorgeous. Once you've gone through each land and you've defeated that final boss, you can go back through the stages in its proper season and then reach new areas. Previously frozen lakes may have melted, vines may have grown, and even lava could have frozen over. All sorts of things can change with the passage of time and with the different climatic cycle. But don't just think that there are only 2 seasons for each stage. In the main game, you will go through the 2 variations for each of the 4 areas of Terra. Then, in the epilogue, you'll unlock a 3rd season for each continent, but the 4th season is still there, but it's found over in the New Game Plus. There is a lot of content here for you to experience, This is not just some like flash in the pan, fly by night cash grab action RPG. You can expect to put in plenty of hours here. Not only that, just as in any good action RPG meets Metroidvania, as you beat the continent in the first season, then you can go back through in that second season and find all sorts of new secrets, hidden areas, abilities and treasures, new magical spells, and then you'll gain more stars so that your mentor will teach you more combat abilities. Doing all that is going to actually end up opening even more paths for you to explore, so you can eventually find even more secrets and more hidden items. Fast travel, as well as cutscene skips and fast forwarding, has been implemented, so the entire experience is streamlined to be as user-friendly as possible. Honestly now, if you've never played a Trails game and you're looking for a place to start, you really can't go wrong with this one, considering that it has like no connections to any of the other games, so you're not going to feel like you're lost or wonder what's going on. You'll just be able to throw yourself straight into the action and have a blast in the seasonally inspired adventure. So that's it for my review of Nayuta Boundless Trails. What do you think of the game? Let's get a discussion going on here, and let's all talk and chat about it, because I'm always in the comments too. And if you like what I do here on the channel, please head on over to the Patreon to sign up for early access to my videos, as well as behind the scenes photographs. The link to it is over in the video description. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.